Okay, this tutorial is to kind of talk about what we're going to do for our immigration simulation. So you know kind of how it's going to go, but then your role. And we'll be sending home a sheet with the directions as well, and so you can kind of see your role and prepare. And we'll meet prior to the actual simulation to get everything squared away and answer any questions you might have. But thanks again for helping us out. So let's go through it. All the kids are going to line up as they do for lunch right out here. And we'll have a volunteer kind of checking all their passports. Students have passports. Some have different colors, and the different colors mean certain things and kind of stopping points where we can move them in a different direction. But we're going to check all the passports, and this person's just going to maybe answer a few questions, make sure everyone's quiet. There's also going to be a hall monitor out here reminding people to be quiet and keeping everyone in line and in order. So this person will be checking passports, and he will have everyone go through this door in room 20, except for if they have a pink passport. So if you have a pink passport, person number one is going to staple a pink exit slip to them and tell them to go directly to the presentation room, because if you have pink, that means you're rich. So you don't have to go through Ellis Island. The hall monitor will be really nice to them as they go through, maybe carry some of their bags. So pink is going to go to the presentation room. Everyone else goes into room 20. Now, the second person is a medical inspector. So they're kind of just giving everyone a good once over. Everyone that has an orange passport goes to the long exam. You can also send, if you're the medical inspector, if you're number two, you can also send, every fourth or fifth student, maybe every, I don't know, eighth or ninth student to this direction as well to do a long exam, and they'll pass the long exam, but they'll still have to go through it. Everyone else, you just kind of shuffle this way. So everyone that does not have an orange passport, and not every, eighth or ninth person, you just have them go this way. And so 3A is a short exam. So this person really just gives them a once over, maybe checks their hair, or kind of looks at their eyes, or have them do a quick cough or something funny, and then just sends them directly to the next room. Now, the long exam is more extensive. So the people that are working 3B are going to ask a bunch of questions, do a bunch of silly tests, maybe have them stand on one foot and cough, or do jumping jacks. You can make it kind of fun. And everyone that has the orange passport is going to fail. And so if they have the orange passport, you staple the orange exit slip to them and have them go into the quarantine corral. If people were sent here by the inspector that don't have an orange passport, you still give them a long exam, but they're going to get to pass it and continue on. Okay, so everyone with the orange passport is going to be here, stuck. And you'll give them a processing sheet and they'll fill that out and they'll be stuck there until the end of the simulation. Right. Everyone else goes into room 19. Here we have our legal and literacy inspection. That's step number 4. And so they'll ask everyone, and we might have a little bottleneck here, which is okay because that's probably what happened. They'll ask them some legal questions, and you can, you don't like someone's answer being too silly, or you think they're not answering very well, you can staple a red sheet to them, and that would fail them. And so give them the red sheet, staple it to their passport, and then have them go to room 17. Also, anyone with a blue passport, you will give the Spanish version of the literacy test. And if they can't read that proficiently, they're also going to fail, and that's kind of the point. So again, uh, if someone answers a bad legal question, you can give them a red staple, have them fail it and go to room 17. Or if they have a blue passport, have them read the Spanish version of the literacy test. If they fail that, which they probably will, have them go to room 17 after you staple a blue sheet to them. Everyone else you'll let pass, and they'll go on to the next room. Okay. So room 18 is really just the money exchange. And what we're going to do, instead of exchange, you might just need to demonstrate to person number 5 here that they have at least $20, that they're coming into the country with some money. And everyone should have enough money except for if you have a green. So those with green passports will have only like 10 bucks, and so they'll fail. So you'll staple a green sheet to their passport and have them go to room 17 as well, because they're going to get deported. Everyone else, you can tell them to pass to the presentation room. They're going to go to the stairs area. Let's go to that part. So here they're coming from room 18. Now they're going to sit and wait on the stairs because they had to wait for a while before they could actually come to America and get a flyer. Keep in mind, earlier the upper class pink sheet people should have came right away. You can give them a processing sheet and have them sit on the stage right away. Where everyone else, have them sit here, I don't know, for a few minutes, talk for a little bit, and then staple the yellow sheet to their passports. give them the processing sheet. And then let them go. But make them sit and wait for a little bit. And eventually everyone will be in America except for our people that are medical quarantined, which are everyone with the orange passports, and people that were going to get deported, which are the people that had the red slip, green passports, and blue passports. And if you're doing deportation duty, you can kind of be silly with them. Say, all right, it's time to go get back on the boat. We have to go back to Europe, and kind of make it sad and depressing. But we'll have them eventually all reunite. We'll have these students and those with medical quarantine. We'll have everyone eventually reunite in the presentation room for a discussion about what happened to you. What do you think of the journey? How do you think this is related to them? And then the next day in class, what we plan on doing is having them go through the real Ellis Island simulation. So thanks again for your help, and we'll be sending information to you about your exact role. Thanks.